Hey guys, I just want to do a little introduction here onto this video, what we're going to be talking about. Well, we have an opportunity to move these cattle into another dairy. I have to make a decision. You'll see that here in the video. I don't have an answer at this point for you guys to let you know if they're going or not, but watch the video, and if you guys have any information for me or anything like that, leave a comment what your thoughts are. I always appreciate it, but milking cows is not an easy job, and it's not that I can't handle it. It's we're not set up here with a milk tank to actually process the milk to move it to the consumer, and we only can drink so much milk ourselves. Other than that, it's feeding pigs, so it's going to be a hard decision. And enjoy the video and leave your comments. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and the decisions we will make here in the next video tomorrow. And we're gonna take some time out and just kind of reflect on what we need to do here for ourselves and to prepare ourselves for the next opportunity on our journey. Thanks for subscribing to the Farming Life channel. Have a great afternoon. Hey, good afternoon, guys. It's July the 7th, Tuesday. And you'll see the boys are feeding the dairy cows back there and the beef calves now. Well, it's one of those days I kind of dread here, thinking about or what I should be doing. I made a phone call earlier today to one of the dairies to see how they are doing with this virus, and then he said he could use the animals here now and put them into his operation. Now, we won't be selling them. They'll be there just to make milk, and he has to keep the health up on them and keep them in good shape. We'll work on our agreement if we do move this way tonight, where he breeds them back with a Holstein. If it's a heifer, I'll get the opportunity to take the heifer calf. If it's a bull calf, it'll send to the auction, and then the check comes to me. And I thought we'll do it for a year here until we can decide what's our next move. Now, this is a really hard decision for me to make. I really enjoy milking, and I think it gives the kids a lot of good learning experience. But the dedication it takes and to keep milking on our schedules and stuff like that, and plus with everything else going on the farm, it's overwhelming. So the feed just on these cows here is right around $225 just on the grain a week, and not having a milk check or anything come back out of it other than what we're using. So that's why we got to decide if we want to continue to do what we're doing or send them out here this weekend. So I think it's the hardest thing for me to decide this, and I had a little meeting with my family and decided, you know, what's the pros and the cons of having them. We love the fresh cheese, the meat, or the milk, and the cream and everything else, but we're dumping around 20 gallons morning, 20 gallons in the evening, so 40 gallons a day that we're not using, and so a lot of milk just to dump and feed tomato plants. And I've been taking a lot to the tomato plants, and the plants look really nice. It's liquid calcium, and the calcium does very well in tomatoes. Yeah, so we got to sell these, not sell them, move them out, or continue what we're doing. A lot of you guys know we got to move eventually here off this farm into the next, and so this might be a good opportunity to move these cows out, and that way we don't have this extra responsibility. But once we move them out, I'll fill these back up with Black Angus, so it really doesn't change the workload. It just allows you not to be on a scheduled time where you have to be here by 6 or in the evening by, you know, their times. Beef calves, you could put a pile of feed in front of them and be 2 hours late and then feed them again. We do need to travel quite a bit here in the next couple weeks to look at different farms and our different options and possibilities. So we are going to be traveling across the United States a little bit here. looking at new farms. Just to get you up to speed, we did look at quite a few different farms, which we didn't make any videos yet, but we're going to bring you along on that process, where we're going to end up at here. So if we continue to go out west or anything a long distance from here, we will not take the cattle. It's cheaper to buy cattle, and we would probably do feeders and feeders only, not cow and calf operation like we have up in the big barn. To get rid of these animals is I lose sleep, because you get so attached to them. Each one has their own personality. Even these dairy animals, they're learning to come in on their own at different spots. They'll give you trouble once in a while. It's not perfect, but you know, it's unique to just be able to see an animal every day and talk to it a little bit and then see how they respond. So the next video on the cattle, you'll see what the decision is, and then there will be a trailer here loading these all up, take them to another farm, and we won't share that location or anything like that. And some of that stuff is what we keep over private, and that way we know where the animals are and not everybody else that can cause problems or anything for somebody else. And I know there's nobody here that wants to do that, but we live in a world that's unchanging so fast all the time. So anyway, so I hope you understand, and if you have any suggestions and stuff like that, I always appreciate them, especially some of the older dairy guys and that follow us on the channel here. But I think anybody that had milk cows and then sold them when they retired is probably the hardest day, and yet at the same time the happiest day, and you'll understand what I'm saying there. But I've only been doing it for a short period of time, and it's been a blessing in a way, and it has been a headache in a way too. So I wanted the kids to learn how to milk cows and the responsibilities, and they're at the younger stage, so it's a little harder for them to you know, sometimes understand what to do and the dedication that it takes to make it work. So yeah, a little bit on the small dairy here, and today is the day we have to make a decision. They stay and we keep doing what we're doing, and then when we move, have a sale. Same as the beef calves. And it all depends on the location where we go. So if you guys want to throw out some different options where farms are for sale on here, that'd be awesome too, and we'll take anything into consideration where we want to go next. I know there's a lot of people who have time to look on the internet and find properties and land, and my biggest thing, I would probably like a bunch of open land and then build new buildings, but anything's on the table at this time. So alright guys, I think I talked long enough. I do appreciate everybody that comes along, and we'll see what happens here tonight. And I'm just dragging my feet. I don't have an answer right now. Either way, I don't have an answer. And I told my wife I won't have an answer tonight either. It's one of those things I'm just going to say yes or no, you know. It depends on what kind of mood I am after milking and stuff. So yeah. Alright guys, I appreciate it. And we did get a sprayer for the gator, and you'll see that in a little later video. I just wanted to get this out to you guys and what my thoughts are on today. And we had a nice rain yesterday evening, and so it's been cloudy, and corn is growing. So thanks a lot for coming along, and I appreciate all the comments and the support you guys give here on our channel, The Farming Life. And so I always take things into consideration. Have a great afternoon, and we'll talk to you later.